Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Now, last time we did MCQs of O levels. Today we'll start with our structure paper of O levels. So let's see your paper. This is your paper. Yes, this one. Yes, this is 7707, paper 23. It's not R variant, but it's another variant. Paper 23, R variant is 22, November 2020. Okay, now first question. Saria owns a business selling ladies' clothing. She maintains a double entry system bookkeeping. Following occurred during September 2020. Purchased a motor vehicle on credit from Sharp Motors. Ruhi, a credit customer, was declared bankrupt, owing Saria $1,200. This debt is to be written off. Prepare journal entries to record the above transactions. Narrative not required. Okay, now class. First entry is buying a non-current asset on credit. So the prime book must be general. So what we do, we write here motor vehicle, motor vehicle debit, Sharp Motors credit. How much? $6,350. $6,350. Motor vehicle asset. Sorry. Motor vehicles asset increases debit, liability increases credit. Okay. Second entry, a credit customer was declared bankrupt, owing Saria $1,200. This debt is written off. Now what we do, will debit is recover debts debit $1,200, and the customer Ruhi is going to be credit. Done. Now mashallah we have obtained 4 marks. Done. Okay. Next, Saria is preparing a financial statement for the year ended 30 September 2020. She provides the following information for fixtures and fittings. Now, what is required? First thing is what is required. Prepare the following accounts for the year ended 30 September 2020. Close the account by balancing or by making an appropriate year-end transfer. Now, fixture and fitting account we have to make. So, what is the opening balance of fixture and fitting account? Accounting year ends starts on 1st October 2019. Fixture and fitting at cost $28,600. Now, 2019. Opt 1. It is an asset account. So balance is on the debit side. Balance BD 28,600. Then now what happened? On 31st January, sold fixture received a check 1150. Now, due to historical cost convention, we are not going to use this figure, this one. We are not going to use this figure in fixture and fittings asset account, but we'll use the historical cost. It was acquired for $1,500. Okay, so be careful about it. Okay, now what we do? 2020 Jan 31 disposal account $1,500. Okay, the historical cost of the asset sold. Okay, then what happened? We bought a new fixture by paying check 3,500. So this is going to be recorded, okay, on March 31st, 2020. March 31st. Bank 3,500. Done. Now closing balance. Okay. September 30. 2020 balance CD how much? So what we'll do 28,600 plus 3,500. The total is here 32,100 minus 1,500. So balance CD is 30,600 and here 32,100. Okay, account is closed. What we don't forget, we have to write here October 1st, balance brought down 2020. 30,600. Done. This is how we have to make the T account question. Okay, now come to the next account, provision for depreciation. So see what was happening. Okay, now okay, this is opening balance of provision for depreciation 6185. Okay, on 1st October 2019. 2019 October 1 balance BD 6,000 6,185. Yeah. Now this asset, this one, this asset, it was disposed of on 31st January. Now we have to dispose or remove the provision for depreciation of this asset also from provision thereof for depreciation account. Okay, we don't need that. So how much is provision for depreciation of that asset? This is very important. Getting up. Okay. Now it was purchased on 1st February 2018. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay. So it was used 8 months in a year, first year, 30th September 2018. A full year is depreciation charge in the year of purchase, but no depreciation charge. This is the convention. Okay, 2018. Now October 2018. New year start. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So another year in 2019 complete. Then October 2019, November, December, January 2020. They are selling. It means we have to calculate depreciation for 2 years. First year in which it was being used for 8 months. Second year it was used for the whole year. And the third year it was used for October, November, December, January, 4 months. But in the year of disposal, we are not going to calculate the depreciation. So how to calculate depreciation is important. Okay. Now, See, now first year, February, February 1 to September, September 30, 2018. This was the first year. The first year depreciation is how much? 1,500 multiplied by 10%. So this is 150. Okay. Now from October 1st, 2018 to September 30, 2019 is the second year. So in second year, the depreciation using diminishing balance method is how much? 1500 minus 150, book value 1350 multiplied by 10%. Answer is 135. 1350 multiplied by 10%. Answer is 135. So total depreciation is how much? 150 plus 135 is $285. So that $285 provision is going to be removed from this fittings from provision account. Okay. So 2020 Jan 31st. Okay. Disposal account. How much? $285. Getting my point here? Now, what we have to do? We have to calculate depreciation for this month. This year, sorry. Okay. So how to calculate? Now see what we have to do. Okay, not what we have to do. This balance is very important. Getting my point here. Now we have to compute depreciation using this. Always remember. 30,600 minus provision for depreciation 6185 plus 285, the depreciation gone. Now the book value is 24,700 multiplied by 10%. Answer is 2,470 depreciation for this year. Now September 30 depreciation charged to income statement. How much? 2,470. Now get the totals. September 30 balance CD how much? See here, total is 6185 plus 2470. Answer is 8,655. 8,655 minus 285. The answer is 8370 balance. 8370. This is 868655. Done. Now, don't forget this step. October 1st. Balance BD. Balance BD 8,037. Okay. Now come to disposal account. Disposal account was made on January 31st. It was debited with fixture and fitting 1,500, and it was also credited with uh, provision for depreciation how much? 285. Done. Okay. Same date. Now we have to consider this one. 1150. So sold for 1150. Sold for 1150. So bank 1,150. See which side is heavy. Here we have 1,500. Here we have 285 plus 1,150. 1,435. This side is heavier. It means we have sustained a loss. 65. Okay. So income statement debit. And disposal account credit by 65. Done. We have sustained loss. If this side was heavier than fixed asset amount, so we will be having gain on this. Done. Here we have 1,500 and 1,000. Okay. Saria is considering forming a partnership with her friend Amy, who runs a similar business. Advise whether Sharia or not she should form a partnership. Justify other two advantages of forming a partnership. Now here you have to, you are not attempting accounts paper, but you are attempting business paper. You have to give two advantages of partnership and two disadvantages of partnership. But one thing is very important. In my opinion, if they merge the business, okay, they can avoid competition and capture the market. My opinion. Okay. Now, okay. Question number 2. Inela compared her bank statement for July 2020 with the bank column for a cash book. She provided the following information. Overdrawn balance shown in the cash book 31st July 2020, 3,420. Direct debit payments had not been entered in the cash book. A check received from a customer at 12 July was dishonored. This dishonored check had not been recorded in the cash book. Bank charges on the bank statement had not been entered in the cash book. These three problems are related to the cash book. The next to unpresented check and unpaid deposit are something which is related to the bank. Unpaid check and unpaid deposit are already recorded in cash book, but not yet recorded in the bank statement. So what we have to do, calculate the correct balances of cash book. Okay. Now, overdraft as per cash book. Okay. This is how much? $3,420. And you must remember one thing. Overdraft figure should be taken as a negative figure in brackets. If you forget to take it in negative value, you will never reach to the correct answer. Okay? So be careful about that. Now, what is the first thing? Direct debit. So we have to deduct direct debit. Direct debits reduces cash at bank. So they are going to be deducted. How much? 350. Again, 350. 350. Okay. Next, dishonored check. Dishonored check again decreases cash at bank. Less dishonored checks. How much? 350. It is 665. 665. Okay. Now bank charges. Bank charges also decreases. Bank charges also decreases. Bank charges also decreases. Cash at bank, that is $45. So corrected amount of overdraft. Now this is corrected amount of overdraft is how much? 3420 minus 350 minus 665 minus 45. Now corrected amount of overdrawn is 4,480. Done? This is the correct amount. Now bank reconciliation. Okay. Okay. Revised overdraft. As per cash book is how much? $4480. 4,000. No in the bracket. 4,480 revised overdraft as per the. Now according to the rules, we have to less uncredited deposits and we have to add unpresented checks. Uncredited deposit is how much? 410, unpresented 1290. So we have to deduct here 410 and we have to add how much? 1290. 1,290. The answer would be balance as per bank statement. I think it is also overdraft. 4480 minus 410 plus 1292. Something wrong. 4480 minus 400 plus 1292. Answer is 3,500 and 4480 minus 410 plus 1290. Oh, I'm sorry. This amount is 1290. Sorry. Okay. So here answer is 3,600 over. 3,600 overdraft as done. So we earned 4 marks. Wow. Boom. Inola is concerned that her bank balance has decreased significantly during the last year. She is considering how to improve her liquidity. Suggest one effect of each of the following proposals. hire new non-current asset instead of purchasing them. Delay paying credit supplier. Now, if she will hire non-current asset, what will happen? She has to pay rent, and at the end of the time, at the end, the asset does not belong to the business entity. She has to return the asset. Okay. Now, if she will delay paying credit supplier, it means she will not be having good relation with the suppliers, and on the other hand, she will lose discounts. Okay. Now, everything. The next is yours. Okay. Acha, then, what is next? We have done 2C. Okay. Now, this one. What is the question? Acha, okay. We have to prepare a rent and rate account for the year ended 31st July 2020. Balance account and 1st August 2020. Now, rent and rates account is the same. She is a balance of rates 260 means debit means it's prepaid, and rent balance BD 900 credit means it is outstanding. Okay. So what happens? See, in the financial year end in 31st July, she provided following information about the rent and rates of her business. 1st August 2000, she owed 2 months rent totaling $900 on the same date. Rates of 260 were paid up to 30th September 2019. It means 2 months rate is prepaid and 2 months rent is owing. During the year 31st July 2020, following payments were made by credit transfer. August 1st, 2019, 7 months rent she had paid 3150. Okay. On 1st October 2019, she 12 months rate she paid 1860. Okay. August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 1st March again she paid rent for 6 months. Are you getting my point? So what we have to do actually, we have to record all these things and we have to calculate the income expense. Now, again, move to the account. Okay. Now, hold on. Okay. See, on 1st August 2019, so August 1, August 1, 2019, 7 months rent credit transfer means from bank. So she paid August 1 bank. So prepaid rent debit, rent debit. How much? 3,150. Okay, that is rent. Okay, rent paid 3,150. Okay. On October 1, 12 months rate. October 1, again bank. Bank. How much? 1,860. Done? Okay. Now 2020 March 1. Now 2020 March 1. How much? Paid 6 months rent. 2000, 2007. Done. What we have to do? Okay. Now what we have to calculate actually? We have to calculate the closing balances, and we have to calculate prepaids and or any prepaid or accrued, and we have to calculate how much expense of rate and wage transfer to income statement. So we will write here income statement, but we'll give it as a heading because we have rent and we have okay. Now see, last something very important. Now 2 months the first take rates. Okay, 2 months rates were prepaid. Okay, August and September. Okay, then on 1st October she paid for 12 months. 1860. 1860 for 12 months means 1860 divided by 12. 155 for per month. Now rates were prepaid for 2 months, means August and September. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. August and September, 2 months again prepaid. Because 2 months prepaid was already there, and again she is paying this amount for 12 months. It means again 2 months rates is prepaid. So what would be the amount? It is a prepaid, so then balance CD would appear here. Balance. Sorry. First, what we have to do? We have to write here 2020. 2020, July 31st. Okay. Balance. CD. How much? 155 by 2. 155 by 2 means 310. Done? Okay. This is all we have. Now see. 260. C class. 260 plus 1860. Total for rates 2120 minus 310. So 1810 is going to be 1810 is going to income statement 1810 for sorry 1800. Done. This is all about rates. Okay. Done. Now come to rent. 900 rent was outstanding for 2 months, means 300 per month. Now she has paid 7-month rents 3150. Okay, done. How much? Now she paid 7 months rent. Okay. 900 was outstanding. So when she has paid 3150 minus 900, so she paid 22. How much she has to pay? 12, 13. Total she has to pay 2 months for outstanding, 12 months for this year. So 12 into 14 months total rent. Total rent, but she has paid for 13 months. 7 and 6, 13 months. Getting my point here. So 1 month, I think rent is spent. 2 months, okay, 7 and 6, 13 months. 12 and 2, 14 months. So how much rent it is? 7 months rent, 3150 divided by 7, 450 per month. Okay, so that is 1 month rent is still owing. See, 900 she has to pay for 2 months of the last year. Next, she has to pay 12 months for this year. It means 12 plus 2, 14 months she has to pay rent. But 7 and 6 means she has paid for 13 months. 1 month rent is still outstanding on July 31st. Balance CD. CD is how much? 450. Now this account is closed. Now how much rent transferred to income statement? Getting my point clear? So 12 months of this year is going to transfer. How to calculate now? Total rent she has paid 3150 plus 2700 minus accrued at start 900 plus accrued at end 450. 5400 is the rent transferred to income statement. 5400. Done. So both the sides. So what is the total on both the sides? Should be equal. Okay, see, 260 plus 3150 plus 1860 plus 2700 plus 450, 5990. Something mistake. 260 plus 3150 plus 1860 plus 2700 plus 8420. Yes. 8420. See this side 900 plus 5400 plus 1810 plus 310. 8420 balance 8420. Done. One thing you should not forget, please, class. Balance BD you should write. So August 1, 2020. Sorry. August 1 balance BD for rates. Rates are prepaid again. How much? 310. Okay. Now, August 1, balance BD for rent outstanding 450. Please don't forget to write balance BD at the end of the year, or you will lose 1 mark. Getting my point clear? Okay. Now identify section of the statement 31st July in which each of the balance on the rent and rent account. Rent is current assets. No, sorry, rent is current liability because rent is accrued. Current liability. And rates current asset because they are current assets. Okay, done F. Name one accounting it would apply when recording the rent in final financial statement. Matching principle. Okay, state how it would apply the accounting principle named in F1. So, expenses for the years are matched with use the year. Done? Okay. Now, next, question number 3. Question number 2. Question number 3. Single entity. Okay, we'll do in our next class, inshallah. That's all for today. If you have any queries or anything you want to ask or any question you want me to solve for you, please do write. Okay, I will do it for you, inshallah. So take care. Subscribe my channel. Allah Hafiz.